I'm Father Robert Balacer, the digital Jesuit host of This Week in Enterprise Tech, and I'm here at Enterprise Connect 2017 in Orlando, Florida, where I have the pleasure of speaking with Eric Docktor from Amazon Web Services, AWS. Eric, thank you very much for speaking with us.
It's great to be here.
Now, AWS has had an interesting week. What brings you to Enterprise Connect?
Well, we were here, first of all, we were excited to feature Amazon Chime. It's our communication service, features frustration-free meetings, high-quality audio and video, and so we were really excited to be here to demonstrate that. But we also had a big announcement this week with the launch of Amazon Connect. Super excited about the new product. It's a self-service, scalable contact center in the cloud. You can create your own contact center from your laptop, just minutes, deploy it to production. It features pay-as-you-go pricing, low cost to start up, and self-service contact management, or self-service agent management, self-service contact flow, so you could have your line of business owners create their contact flows, and we're really excited to bring that to market here today.
Chime is an interesting product, but it seems to be right within AWS's bailiwick. Connect is a very interesting product. It seems to be a departure. What was the thinking behind rolling out Connect?
Well, it's funny, at AWS, I'd say probably 90% of the features and products we build come from talking to customers. And the rest, the 10%, is us just listening to customers and sort of inventing on their behalf, reading between the lines what they're telling us. And the thinking behind Amazon Connect was we were talking to customers and they were asking, and they were saying, Amazon has known for, our retail business is known for world-class customer service with award-winning, customer experiences, and they wanted the same technology. So they were asking, is it possible to get that same contact center technology with all of the scalability, flexibility, pay-as-you-go pricing that AWS had been come to know for? So that was sort of how we got into this.
AWS is the giant in web services. You are the gold standard. But with Connect, you're joining a very crowded field.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of companies that are trying to play in the same space, many offering fantastic products. What is it that you think sets AWS Connect aside? What is your differentiator?
Sure, there's a couple things that we think are pretty different about us. First, I mentioned that flexible pay-as-you-go pricing. Customers love the ability to try this in minutes. What we've been seeing, in the early days, and also in kind of our private explorations with customers, is that you can sit from your laptop and just create a contact center and test out all these features in minutes. And this is very different from having to configure and customize a proprietary system that takes months, maybe years to get started. And so that right up front, easy to use, and then the ability to scale up and scale down. You don't have to provision for the peak. Another thing that AWS is known for in our traditional offerings, now bringing that to Amazon Connect. Customers love the call flow editor, which is a drag and drop GUI where they can create even the most complex contact flows just with a simple UI. They love integration with AWS Lambda, which is a serverless compute platform is what we call it, but what that really means is you can write a function, send it to us, and we'll execute that function when you need on your behalf. You don't have to worry about actually provisioning servers for that function. So you can plug that into our contact flow editor and do perhaps a data dip. At this point, use the customer's phone number and look up this thing in this other database and bring it back into the contact flow and branch. So really simple to do. You can do that with 5 lines of code.
Exactly. And what I love about that flow mirrors what we already do. So if I don't have to change my process for the tool, that makes the tool that much better.
Exactly.
Let's get a little inside baseball here, because in the past, Enterprise Connect has all been about releasing new tools and new technologies. This year, it seems to be all about collaborations and partnerships. Everyone on the floor is trying to tout who they're partnered with and which best of breed services they're combining. For AWS, for Amazon, what made you think buy instead of build for Connect?
Interesting. It's obviously build versus buy, classic. Pendulum swings. For us, I'll go back to our customers asked us to if they could have access to that same contact center technology. So, given our experience in customer service and and we had been investing in that system for 10 odd years already, and we're continuing to build it out, that part made sense to build. But there's other things that made total sense to partner, and I can think two things off the top of my head. One was, we as we brought the contact center together, realized that many customers were very happy with the existing CRM solutions they had. They had a lot invested in them and a lot of data in them, and didn't want to move. And so it was important for us to partner with key CRMs and make our Amazon Connect an open platform that would be easily integrated to any CRM. And so we have a bunch of partnerships. We had, I think we launched with 21 different partners supporting different parts of the product, from CRMs to workforce management to analytics. So that's a part of partnership. And the second part of partnership that was important to us was we also heard from customers that they have a lot of comfort with consultancies and system integrators who know their business, and they wanted to continue to use the consultants that they had been working with in the past. So we made it a priority to make sure that we had partnered with the key consultancies in this space so that they were ready to continue to service their customers as best they could.
I'm glad that you brought up the legacy problem of CRM, which is that's usually the last piece of technology that IT managers want to replace. It's working, it's in place, it seems to be a bear to migrate, and yet they're starting to realize now that a modern contact center solution isn't just the CRM revamped. It opens up all sorts of new options and features for business. My question to you would be, thinking now of what AWS can do with Connect, what would be the pitfalls of migrating? What would be the big obstacles that they might run into as they move from their legacy CRM to something like Connect?
Well, as they move to Amazon Connect, if you don't want to leave your old CRM behind, you don't have to. We integrate with Amazon Connect's an open platform, so our APIs are open. They can be plugged into the CRM of your choice. The big pitfalls, we see in this space, frankly, are the legacy, expensive, proprietary hardware and software that takes years to set up, and you wind up not only paying for that, but also having a lot of times to pay expensive professional service fees. So what we see is a move towards self-service, and we're trying to help that. We see a move towards modern technologies that, like NLU, natural language understanding. Traditionally, these things are not available and integrated in a single product, and what we've seen from our customers is that they're very fragmented. They have a jigsaw puzzle of pieces built from different vendors, and then they spend a lot of money trying to integrate them together. So we see that these are the challenges to overcome as things move to the cloud, move to AWS, and become more seamless. We can, as I mentioned before, I think we can integrate Lex, the same NLU technology behind Amazon Alexa, can be integrated into your call flow editor as well. So those are the challenges that I think folks are going to try to overcome, and I think in the next, 5 years, I can't predict how many years, you never know how fast technology will move, but that's, I think people are wanting to make this transition.
We've been speaking with Eric Docktor about Amazon Connect. Eric, if they wanted to find out more about Amazon Connect or anything that Amazon offers through its web services, where should they go?
Love to have people come by our booth on the floor here at the Expo.
Fantastic. And we will see you next time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your technology. And be sure to stay tapped because we've got more from Enterprise Connect 2017.